Disclaimer: this ebook has been written for information purpose only. Very effort has been made to make this ebook as completed and accurate as possible. However, there may be mistake in typography or content. Also, this book provided information only up to the publishing date. Therefore, this ebook should be used as a guide or not as the ultimate source. The purpose of this ebook is to educate. The author and the publisher does not warrant that the information content in this ebook is fully completed and shall not be responsible for any errors or omissions. The author and publisher shall have neither liability nor responsibility to any person or entity with respect to any loss or damage caused any alleged to be caused directly or indirectly by this ebook. Table of content. Introductory. 4. Chapter 1. Skill required to run a small business. 6. Chapter 2. Small business networking. 8. Chapter 3. Small business startup. The 90-10 rules. 10. Chapter 4. Small business mistake. 13. Chapter 5. Stop the stupid stuff in your business. 18. Chapter 6. Buying a small business. 20. Introductory. Running a, running a small business is much harder than running a corporation. Surprising not if you're a small business entrepreneur. As a fledgling business owner, a restricted budget, you have to multitask, juggle priority and balance. Unlike corporation, you don't have a specialized professional team to help you manage, allowing you to focus on your critical business strategies. Neither do you have the capital to afford such luxury. At best, you have about 20 employees that you need to train, supervise, motivate, schedule, and pay. You are the sole manager running your business on a shoestring budget with only 24 hours a day. Give, give such stressful finance and time constraint. How can you successfully maintain a balance between excellence, efficiency, and improving productivity all on your own? The answer: think big. Manage your business like the big corporation do. Corporation rely on efficient organization that is cost effective. Yes, even big companies have budget, guaranteed big, but not ultimately constraint that warranted resourcefulness. Today, big businesses resort to business management software whenever possible to replace business process that were once done manually, reducing cost of labor, time, and human error. Scheduling employees, for instance, used to be tedious, time-consuming task before automated scheduling software made roster, schedule, and shift management a breeze. Today, small business can not only easily be a more efficient organization with the help of such software, but can also obtain business software at no cost. The business software marketing offer a variety of free trial software program for evaluation before purchasing. The downside of those programs is either of time limitation, meaning you might not get full acquainted future, or limited futures, meaning you can't test all the future. If you like the program, you find out it carriers or corporate price tag. On the on the other hand, there are companies few thought they exist such a keypacks that offer free full functional business management software with no time, future limitations. Key facts: a leading provider of employee scheduling software provides a business of all sizes with Doorster employee scheduling. Doorster created, managing, and automated shifted or rostered schedule, personal content information, job description, and tasks. Doorster employees scheduling employee enables small business to manage its workforce in advance. You can ensure replacement of absences, breaks, time of vacation, apex cafes, giving small business the professional edge that big company have. The software provided in an example of the few quality provided of the true business management software. Now you can think big force, no more critical business issue and leave the schedule to Doorster. CapEx providers Doorster at no cost along with free support. Their employees scheduling software and intuitive design to meet the scheduling need to the married industry. Free software like CapEx Roster employee scheduling software can offer you the time to boost productivity without sacrificing value, money, and precious time. Think big like the big successful corporations at no cost. Chapter 1: Skill required to run a small business. Would you like to run your one small business? Have you any idea for a small business, but do you think that you could make it work? Are you bored at being an employee and you earn to become your own boss? Have you the required skill to run a small business? In this article, I look at the type of skills that people need to process to be able to successfully run a small business. My name is Stephen Hill and I have been running my own business for around 9 years now. Previously, I had been employed by a major insurance company, and even though I, I progressed a bit during my time there, I always wanted to run my own business, to choose my own hours of work, and basically I have no one to answer to, etc. I am now a speech coach helping people who stammer, stutter, achieve French, and also help people to promote their website as a form for web marketer or web promoter. I love what I do as it allowed to me take my children to school as well as to pick them up from school. I am able to watch their football and netball match and attend their school plays and other functions. I am not bound by what hours I work. For example, 9 to 5. I sometimes work late at night when I do the web promotion work but have the day free to relax. This is not to say that I do not work hard because I think that I do work very hard. Self briefly in is an important skill required to be your one boss. If you have an inner briefly and self confidence that you will make the business success, then you will have a great chance to make it work. There will be time when during a month you only earn a small amount of money, but in other month you should earn quite a lot. Some people prefer to know exactly what their income will be each month, and their people may struggle to be their own boss. Discipline is another requirement if you to or be a success and running your one small business. It is very easy to become lazy and to watch too much television or too heavy an extra couple of hours in bed in the morning. Even though you may have the nobody to answer to, you have to be of the character to ensure you put in the required number of hours and works. I think it is important to have the positive attitude. There there will be period of when business is slow. This is where you may start to think in a negative way. This can lead people into becoming very very stressed and even desperate. By thinking in positive way and by working even harder to attract more work in the only way to react in the situation. This of course is not the easy to do, but in my opinion there is not enough time in the day to get this spread. Latestly is the ability to always try and improve your oneself and to learn from any mistake you make. We we all make mistake, which is fine and natural. There is again not enough time to beat ourselves of over the errors. All we need to do is to learn from them and to then move on. We should always be looking at ways to improve the business as well as our one knowledge. Standing still and treading water is no way to continue. Chapter 2: Small Business Networking. Sma- Small business networking is absolutely critical to your business success. As a computer consultation, you are in the professional service business. The industry is all about relationship, and relationship are built through networking. You will need to make small business network your priority for the first few months of operations. This is a process that can't be rushed. You're not going to go to your first networking event and get six clients who all need to network upgraded next week. But if you do participate in a small business networking event, there is good chance that you will come away five or six quality content. Networking for contacts. Aside from the potential client contact you make, the beauty of the small business networking is that the accountant of struck of a conversation which just happened to have a neighbor whose brother is looking to network his company regional office, or the didn't you bear talking to similar business philosophy and would probably be a great client to do business with. These contacts are priceless. Once you make the contact, you then have to spend time following up with meeting, proposal, and sale calls. But this time is much better spent the chasing down one shot client through small business networking. You make in road with people who are or who can put you in touch with the steady client that will support your business long term. Don't expect to work out of every event with a handful of paying clients. Do expect, however, to generate a bunch of quality leads and a referral source. This referral and lead are the cruise of small business networking. You need to have bunch of different leads in your funnel and a lot of different content in your funnel at any given time. Some of this will be hotter and different stage and will be read move on into playing client status at different stage and different dates. Small business networking keep you in contact with these people throughout their buying phases. The bottom line on small business networking: client content and client referral are what will lead you to log, logging from study client in the kind of client that will make your business a success. Getting out and attending small business networking event may appear to be unproductive socialization, but the contact you make will generate enormous return on your investing time. Start your small business network today. You never know where it will take you. Chapter 3: Small Business Startup, the 90-10 Rules. Small Small business startup require a lot of work. You might, however, be surprised by what type of work should be taking of the majority of your time. Computer consultation, when they contel- contemplated small business startup, tend to focus on the technical aspect of the business. The rationale they want to offer the decent service must have great technical skill before anyone will willing to pay them. In fact, the 90 by 10 rules tells you that during small business startups, 90% for your time should be spent on direct marketing activities and only 10% on building technical skill. The types of small business startup activities to spend 90% of your time on include prospecting, lead generate, going out on a sale call, preparing proposal. During the small business startup phase, you must be very attendant to the need for acquiring high quality client. Every non-client hour that does not have to go into administrative or organizational duties should be plotted into prospecting and networking. This can ease up a bite once you start to get beyond the small business startup phase. For now, through client generation is your priority. The bottom line on small business startup. For small business startup, following the 90 by 10 rules is critical. Spending 90% of your time or directly marketing and business development activity various 10% on technical skill development is a trade-off that is well worth it. There is no point gaining technical skill if you have no client to practice them on. Small business startup is a time that will make or break your business. Put your training and put your training and criticism certification will get you meeting people and making as many contact as possible. Copyright MMI MMB small biz tech teach talk all worldwide right receive attention publish live hyperlink and author resource box required for copyright compliance. Small business owners, listen up. Have you ever considered why spam has caused such public backlash compared to the defiant silence from it unsolicited paper causing direct and junk mail? People seem to care a lot of more about what enters their inbox than their letterbox. And for the word care, think about logical substitute of a notice, read on and respond. All this translates into campaign result that can surpass other forms of direct communication, making it is ideally cost effective option for any small business owner. And what's more, I believe that as a small business owner, the words and strike it in their favorite become building email marketing superstar. Let me explain why. Firstly, it is about personality. Email message writing in the personal style seem to work the best. Writing the best writing the best doesn't feel small business owner. Usually their business show more of the personality when dealing with the customer than larger competitors. So writing this base seem to be natural option. Secondly, a small business owner can understand what contact that has good change of being read. With them working closely with customer, they tend to understand what their customer want to know about the and can easily translate with into article and a report that will be read. Third, the time and cost efficiency natural of the email marketing ideally suited in the busy small business owner. It can take the same amount of effort to create an email newsletter for 500 subscriber as it does 50,000 plus the cost of email production or function of the alternative paper option. For a small business owner, a regular email message can have a much personality and content to the end of being the next best thing as phone call for them slave just more efficient and lot of less costly to producer. So they you have it three reasons why small business owner can make it big in the inbox. Have fun harnessing this great tool for your company. Chapter 4: Small Business Mistakes. Here is any interesting notion. Do you realize that there are mistakes you can make at various stage of your business growth that can slowly killing it for months or even years if you don't watch for them? Well, these mistakes do exist and they are not just reserved for the rookies companies. Many working business, including those you might think are successful because they have been around for 10 plus years or often still making them. And are possible by losing a lot of money and or wasting a lot of time in the process. Although some of these big and snakes mistakes seem aims and more the service type of companies, they really do fit in the bill for almost any type of industry. I have done my best with the listing below to give example to prove it. Underestimating project service time. This is big one and it presents to service company as well as company that sell a product. This is a service company bread and butter. If you if you don't estimate your time to perform each and very service in your reparator, you will get burned and there is little you can do about it but bite the bullet and learn from it. The best way to estimate time is to do it once yourself or watch your best employee do the task and then throw it in a little forged factory on top for it. For product campaign, time become an issue with logistics, so be aware. Not knowing your company number incorrectly setting price notice emphasize the word your. It is common mistake to use competitors as your pricing gauge without accounting known why this use of those number. Think about the nightmare you will get yourself into if you take a competitor's price cut is by 10% and then start selling. What if the competition has a bad pricing structure and is barely making money or even losing money? What if your costs are more than theirs? You can use competitor as the starting point, but you can't base your whole strategy on it. Different industry have their one variable as far as cost to go, and you need to aware them to your project and product pricing. What you pay for product you are going to sell is not the only cost to have in your head when you are pricing product. How much your labor and material cost for a service is only a price of any hourly rate. Employers cost more than just salary and not even employees is a part of your labor cost. Every company has insurance to pay for. There are tons of overhead expenditure that need to be part of your price. Oh, by the way, the big one that many people forget about in their price is the quality factor. What including as standard service or standard product feature as well as job site etiquette, article store solution warranties all need to go into your pricing. I will get to more one why in the next segment. Not charging for all of your time and cost the same like stupid statement on some, but I best most business owner will admit that they have given way little too much of that for a time. Hey, there is nothing wrong with giving a little extra here and there to slow your care, but either way, that's not what I am talking about here. What concern me are those that put a lot of quality into their work or product or store and do not cover to cost for it. As an example, say you run service company and your competitor don't do certain standard service that you do. You can't just undercut their price to steal a job. You need to have the cost coverage in your rate and advertise the fact that it come with the price upfront. Story undermine themselves. For example, when they put more people on the floor for customer service but don't charge of it. These things cost your money, and when your competitor don't do them, it cost them less money. Put out better service and then underprice them, and your competition just has to wait a little bit for your fall on your face so they can shop back in. As a business owner, you need to believe that you are providing your client to worthwhile very that deserve to be paid for. If if you get the chance to explain why your price are higher, then take that opportunity and do it. If they don't like the fact that include things that other charges extra for later of that your threat better then they are most likely completely price shopper. You don't want them as a regular customer anyway, trust me. No getting no getting paid fast enough, that is right, the old cash flow issue. As long as you're actually making enough money to pay the bill, this problem can be solved, prevented, or at least it made to be not as bad as it could be. Here is the deal. First of all, bill customer very promptly. It is very common for a small business to not have the procedure of system in place to get invoices generated and put out the door in a timely fashion. Says next segment for more. Again, this word same unlike, since that is a reason why we are doing the work to get paid, but it's very easy for the people responsible for getting this info to be building people to be too busy to get them or not have enough organization to give it to them the right way. The second part of slowing down or stopping regular cash flow cruising is to make the quickest payment deal possible with customer and the slowest possible with vendors and employees. If there is any way to not pay employee any more than twist a month, you better do it. Contractors always have been issue with this. If you if you must be pay weekly and then tell them before they are hired that they will getting the first week held back. Essentially, buying your big kit will help. I promise. Part 3 involves credit. If your company can get a credit card, then get it. This allows for certain important things to be bought that you can afford that might come off during cash flow crunch. Better yet, especially if you have no choice but to deal with 50 plus day customer payment, do your best to get a company line of credit. This is a must if you plan on selling to the government or doing commercial service work. This client often have 60 to 90-day wait period. Failure to have solid system and procedure in place to many procedures known as red tabs is the reason why many people start their one business in the first place. Unfortunately, have, having no procedure and system in place at all is not an alternative. Depending on the type of industry, business owner must come to happy medium or source and the unknowing will ensure. Some basic example where procedure of system are needed include billing, collection, payroll, HR, interviewing, hiring, vacations, benefit, job, responsibility, etc. Manufacture operations, equipment, maintaining equipment, inventory, sales, call, visit, and logistic to name a few. Even a one person so need to have some admin procedure in place. This will make it easier to hire trumps and subcontractor and control what they are doing for you. Without or listed watered down version of system procedure to do everyday work, you will be to blame for causing many major headaches as your company grows. I can't emphasize how important this is for when you bring on new employees. I am sure you heard this before, but I am also a big proponent of having any employee handbook even for one employee. It is amazing the trouble people can cause business owner just because they allow you to pay them. Spending advertising money just to say you advertise, I would almost rather see client not advertise than to spend without regard to tracking the result. There is no point in a marketing campaign if you do not put things in place that allow you to measure how well their plan is working. The other wasteful part of making that many people make the mistake of doing is not tracking the previously successful campaigns. Why some people think that just because a $400 or month ad worked once very well for one's busy season, that it will automatically work every years after that is beyond me. Spending yourself too thin is a classical mistake made by every entrepreneur. The key is to figure out when you are at that. Wearing too many hurts point and starting getting some help. The solution here is to know your strength and to be able to see when you are not performing the duties that demanding their skill. If you are the best salesperson on the company, you can't get catch of the day-to-day operations. If you do sales will slip and eventually you want to have any operation to worry about. Think about this to help you figure out if you are separated too thin. Did you really go into business for yourself to work 18 plus hours a week? Not getting help soon enough set goals to know when to hire people to take over where you are light or knowledge. Not getting help or waiting too long can kill a company. Most people who start a business do it because they are good at the technical end or the sales end. If you know the best way to make a budget, then your strength is in production and what that is where your time should be spent. Hire an outside company or consultation to take care of the sales and marketing and then hire inside when you can afford someone full time. Don't be something to your company that you are not. It will only hold you back. The three big issue people like to tackle themselves but usually are least knowledgeable about your legal issue, accounting, bookkeeping issue and daily operation issues. The odds of the three things are your weakest links. So if you don't have partner that has background in the subject, then be prepared to get help as soon as possible. It is preferable that you do this before you start a business. Although looking for this problem at any time is good idea, the end of your season is an excellent business interval to make sure you are not making their errors. Take the time or Make the time to fix this problem. If you don't know how to reverse the problem, then get some help. If you really don't have enough time to either figure out if you have this issue or no, they have can't break away long enough to do it right, then get some help. Chapter 5, stop the stupid stuff in your business. We are living in a world change. Shift happens. Competition come from all over the world, which means that many American business are not troubles. Many decisions are being made that are contrary to both good business sense and building customer loyalty. Most organizations' marketing is usually an exercise in figuring out what do you do get current or potential customer to spend more dollar with them. I am suggesting thinking about what do you figure out what you stop doing. In other words, stop doing the stupid stuff. Not doing in stupid stuff Not doing the stupid stuff mean feeding out their prevent customer for spending money with you and making sure that action or reaction never happens again. Here is any example of what I call stupid stuff. Some airline now want to change customer who want to speak to a live agent. That stupid stop in two way. First, they have chosen to penalize customer who want to continue getting what they have always gotten one attention. Worse, they have done it by saying they will change more of this previously standard level of service. How many customer will they lost because of this decision? I know of at least one. There are subtler but no less damaging stupid things business need to stop doing. Take for example the new Wheaties boxes. Generally, Misli recently introduced Wheaties box with photo of the USA Olympic gold medalist. One was missing Paul Ham. Why? This was General Mills' response to my inquiry. Selection and weightless campaign has never been easy task, especially when we have witnessed so many outstanding performances by so many champions athletes, but it simply isn't possible to honor every champions on the weightless box. So they leave off the first US men win Olympic all-rounder gymnastic championship is one of the sport greatest comeback. His return from a disaster fell to near perfectly high bar routine and Netherlands prize and for most of USA defined to world champion. But there was controversy. As, as most of you know, a South Korean gymnast claimed that a scoring error cost him the gold and applied to the court and arbitration for sport. The court recently ruled that Ham can keep the gold medal. Even though the medal was disputed, it was not because of anything Ham did or did not do. Still, General Mills decided to do the safe thing. But why being safe and leaving out Ham BTTG alerting the million of customers who see him to as controversial but as a hero and losing customer in the process? Now that is stupid stuff. So stop saying no and starting using the word yes. Stop charging for service. The most of you say think are free. Find out what expertise discouraging hassle or confuse or customer and stop it. Chapter 6, buying a small business. If you are looking If you are looking for a business opportunity, then Small Business Administration SESB has an excellent website including a search option for small business for sale in the United States. They also have financial option for those who are looking for a business opportunity to consider. Small businesses consistently employ 50% of the workforce in the United States. 53% of all small businesses are home based, while 3% are franchise. You can always find a business opportunity that has to do with franchise. Franchise are a worthwhile consideration simply because its most causes the name and product are well known. If you take advantage of this type of business opportunity and buy a successful franchise, you usually don't have to worry about it folding in the first years. Franchise.com has a list of franchises offered for sale in the United States as well as in other countries. You can look at a list of the franchise and decide on the you are interested in and then learn about it. The website also listed in the franchise free in the investment required. According to the SBA, there were 24.7 million small businesses in the United States in 2004, the last year for which figure are available. 508,000 new small businesses opened in 2004 and 576,000 closed in the small year. The competition for small business to succeed is Forcius, but with more than 24 million is existing, it is clear that they do succeed. If you are going to be working in the business yourself, it is important that you buy a business that you truly care about. If, however, your business opportunity is purely an investment for you, then certainly the best business deal financially would make sense. Some people who open the new business work 14, 16 or even more hours per day until the business really get off the ground. This would be almost impossible to do if you don't like what you are doing. Home business opportunities are as far and wide as your immigration, imagination or you start your business to buy any existing ones. You could have an online business or a more conversation store offer if you select business opportunity that will have you doing something that you love. The money will likely follow. It is not difficult to find a business for sale. There are listening all over the internet as well as in almost every newspaper in the country. What's matter obviously in the is finding the right business, one that will meet all of your needs, not just your financial ones. How much time do you have to devote it to this business? Will this be your one business or one of many? Will you run it yourself or will you hire people to do that for you? You can do or can you hire other to do some sophisticated market research to ensure that your product or service will sell in certain area. Of course, if it is any online business opportunities, you can do plenty of your one search quite easily. You can look at what other website are selling, whether it is product or a service, and to do degree you can see how popular they are. If you need to get a loan for your business opportunity, you have several options. The SBA can directly you get several loan option. Although don't money themselves, the ASB is great place to start in any base. simple because they do have so many resources. They have a lot of statistical information that you might find helpful in your market research, and they have several free publication to help your along with your small business journey. Probably the most important thing you can do before buying a small business is your homework. Investigate Investigate more than one business before settling on a specific business opportunity. And above all, make sure it is something that you enjoy.